Alright, so here we are. And this is where I realized I made horrible mistakes, but anyway, there's nothing you can do about it now. Um, that's one thing I want to check. Ranges. Uh, yep, it reset them. Bugger. Does not like it. Does not like it. Does not like having the ranges 0. That's only in certain parts of the code. I mean, it allows you to enter a range of 0, but a yeah. Well, okay. So we'll do it this way. Actually, everything else should still be set. So I don't think I'll just do it from here. Yeah. So that confirms it. I mean, I know I set all these to 0. And now they won. So the game, some part of the game does not like having range 0 in there. Why? I don't know. I mean, after this point, it works fine. So, who knows? Some people might call it nuances. I call it a four-letter word that begins with B. It might not even be a bug. It might just be stupid design, really, or conflicting design choices. I mean, the code, like I said, code's very old, and Matrix made a lot of changes. Maybe they weren't as maybe the changes they made conflict with existing code that they didn't know about or didn't know how that worked properly. I mean, some of these changes were made a long time ago, so how familiar they were with the code, I don't know. But that's how it goes. I mean, you change a program after you're not the original programmer. You change the software, and suddenly things get weird. I've been there, done that. It happens to everybody. Unfortunately for me, I generally have to fix those things. Apparently, Matrix nobody noticed enough that it mattered. Okay, so all the ones that were at 1, no, this one should be 1. Yeah, okay. So might as well set the ranges to 1 because I'm gonna have to reset them again in the start of the first turn. So all the commander units are 0. Yep, and the mortars are 2. That's weird. I want those to be 0. And mortars. I don't know why these are 3. It picks odd numbers. Really very strange numbers, I have to say. No idea where they're coming from. Okay, that looks right. Now, what else do we want to check? Weather. Weather is clear. Okay, so movement is normal. There's no penalties for movement. And then I just want to get the date. For later notes, when I make these into, I add some notes to the videos, and I put this information in there. It's 1100 hours. That's it. Okay, it's got that information. So, Moving scouts first. I don't want them to get too far ahead of the infantry. Now they should. Their line of sight is completely blocked, I think. Yeah, because they're deep in the woods. For one X here. Now the reason I'm moving, I mean, I'm gonna be moving very fast, but I want to keep them. I want to keep these units together, because what always happens to me is that the scouts get too far ahead, and they take a lot of casualties. So trying to avoid that this time. Okay, put one more hex of movement for them. Let me move another one. Well, one thing I might notice about cavalry is they're actually not that much faster than infantry. Um, in fact, in some cases they didn't appear to be any faster than infantry at all, which is I found kind of odd. Um, but it's helpful. They just my opponent was using them using their speed, and it made it very hard to hit them. However, when you did get a hit, they basically died. Well, they're larger than man-sized units, and they're just infantry. So when infantry are moving very fast, they take a lot of casualties. So seems like a thing that it would be a problem for infantry, for cavalry actually, using them in a modern in a game with machine guns, for example. Well, not a game, but in any battle where you have machine guns, it just seems like that would be fatal. And it is. I mean, the game. I think this is why the game has managed to hold on, despite all of its oddities. It's really there's a lot of. I mean, there's enough people out there who think that it actually does a pretty good job of simulating a battlefield, and I think that's mainly coming from veterans, not from game players like myself. I almost call myself a gamer. I'm not a gamer. I play very limited types of games. That does not qualify me as a gamer. So we want to get these guys up a little bit further. They have quite a lot of movement left. Not expecting to see anything now, of course, but just trying to make sure I got some useful line of sight, because we're in the trees, and it's very easy for them to just blast past us. So, unfortunately, I can't see. There's a height 1 area there. Fucking hell. Yeah, I mean, it's entirely possible for a cavalry unit to just shoot past through those two X's, and I would not even know it. Like if it starts there, it could actually get past this unit quite easily. If it stops in line of sight, then yeah. But I mean, so if it stops in there, if it stops in any of those highlighted hexes, I mean, I'll know it's there. Which is why I moved this one up, because we try and get as many positions as possible. Thing is, if it's moving very fast, it may not even see me, but that seems unlikely. There's no zone of control in this game, so nothing actually stops the unit from moving when it goes past another one. So, and now they're all moved. Recon here. These ones are moving into open, so they can't really do. Yes, we can. I mean, that's the whole point. We're trying and get to those victory X's or as close to them as possible with infantry, which seems like a really foolish idea. May end up retreating here, simply because there's no point. Like I say, there's no point in fighting too hard for the victory X's. If he throws in a tank, then I guess I'd have to deploy mine, but we'll see how that works. If it's just infantry, I would just slow down then and try and push forward. so we have any height 1? We don't have any height 1. There's height 1 there. Let's see what line of sight we have here. Okay, so you can actually see all the way over there. That's probably not too much of a worry. That's far enough away. Let's not have the scouts get too far ahead here. Now, I mean, you will see me in the first turn, though. That's a given in his first turn, because he's going to have units up on your either cavalry or some other fast unit, which is why I want to make sure that the infantry are close enough that let's do that. that way. Just keeping them close together at the moment. We'll spread them out in turn 2, I think. That's the limit what he can do. I want to get these mortars into these trees up here. Looks like it could be helpful. Main problem here is we in the line of sight of fairly high ground. People in these, like units in these buildings, will have line of sight down through here, I think. Actually, these buildings will block line of sight as well, so that's not gonna. That's height 20. There's no height 30 in there. Yeah, from here though, yeah, we have. Yeah, we're plainly visible by anything that moves up under that. If it manages to do that in this first turn, then it's going to be moving pretty fast, so I think we'll see it. Okay, so the idea is to put these scouts a little bit further forward so we get an idea what's going on. Trying to remember if that was inside his deployment line or not. We'll assume it was. So there may actually be a unit in there. We just can't see it. Actually, we would have seen it during deployment. So he wouldn't have done that. But there could be one behind it. Which would work just as well, because then he would be able to move into the trees without my seeing what he's, without my seeing him at all. Where am I visible from? There. There. I'm gonna move in 2. We'll see if that attracts any attention. Move them slowly into the trees here. No need to have them attract any attention unnecessarily. Okay, I think I'm done. The tanks can move out through there. They probably won't move up. Well, they can. I mean, they could move up through the road, but they wouldn't be able to stay there for very long. Like, because it's a height 1, height 20 area, so they'd be plainly visible and subject to mortar fire. But it's actually good transit area through there. They'll be very fast, so I think that's a good place. After I did that, I thought, I wonder if that was a good idea. But I think that's a good idea because it's at a crossroads. It can even get up to this side if it needs to. Although, I mean, this terrain is quite ugly for tanks. So, but if needed, if needed, and they can also move to the rear areas if they need to, in case I get my front lines are demolished and the cavalry break through. You will note again, I'm speaking as if the cavalry are already here, because I'm fully expecting it. He knows that tactics worked on me in the past, so why not, right? So I'm gonna leave him there. I think that's a good place to leave him for now. Also, a lot of my units are moving very fast, which may surprise him when he comes into view. Except for these ones. These are the only ones that are not moving very fast because they're already out in the open. These ones will have to slow down because I'm pretty sure he's gonna have units up here and turn to something. Like scout car or something. You may even have scout car moving in through the side. So, am I moving the Kuhlwagen to try and take the victory X's? Because if I do that, whatever's around here will opportunity fire it and then probably destroy it. So, but what the hell, right? At this point, it's still pretty safe. There's nothing like he couldn't have deployed anything on this hill, so it's a cheap unit. I mean, it has a cost of 8 points, so I would be giving up 8 points if it gets destroyed. Might as well attempt this with something cheaper, right? Now, let's see. Hill's still blocking line of sight. And actually, it'll continue to block line of sight all the way to there, I think. I'm not sure why that's blocked. I'm not sure why he cannot see past that one. Height 0. It must be a height 1. I don't get it. I don't know why that's... You should be able to see past that. This is all height 0. Anyway, let's see. He's moving very fast, so the chance of him actually spotting anything, very low. And nothing fired at him, so that's probably a good sign. No, this will be quite costly. And I'm waiting for him to break down. That would be the ultimate punishment for attempting this, right? Let's get him out of the trees. No, I mean, I've got nothing to defend it with. You'd have to move. You'd have to have some more mobile force, either scout cars or something. But I mean, you're not going to put tanks up there by themselves. Absolutely worst idea possible. But scout cars and some infantry scout units, probably. So. We've got 12. I mean, that's actually closer to his start line, so it's going to be easy for him to take it back. It's not. It's just about trying it. Not really about keeping it. But I will tell him that there's something very fast on this side. If I can keep it hidden, then you won't know what it is. Or you mean it'd be difficult to know what it is. It's difficult to keep it hidden though. I'd have to put it probably behind here. Okay, so if I put him there, I'm trying to think if it needs to be as close to that edge as possible, because right now that is actually blocking line of sight, but only to there. To most of that, I mean, that area is kind of difficult to hide from. Yeah, so the blocking to there. Yeah, he'd be visible from over there. And over there. So if he takes the high ground right away, that's it. I mean, there's no way to hide it. Okay, and that's the extent of what his line of sight is. We've got units moving up on this side, so we'll be able to see if anything moves in behind them. And they can't move across here without being seen from this side anyway. Yeah, okay, I think we're good. Let's zoom out, make sure I've done everything I want to do. Oh, he hasn't moved. I'm gonna keep moving him up this way. Not clear where he needs to be yet, so put him there. Okay, Anything else I want to do? Okay, I think I'm done. Send a turn. Okay, so